guys, welcome back. I'm Amy if you're new here, thanks for watching. I thought today that we could do a get ready with me while I sort of tell you a bit about myself because I haven't really done that yet on my channel. And I thought a get ready with me is the perfect video to do that. So yeah, Liam and I are going out for dinner tonight, so it will be nice to get ready with you guys. I'm going to curl my hair before I do my makeup. I don't really want to curl them so tightly. My hair's quite good at holding the shape of whatever I tell it to do. So I'm not going to curl them so tightly. Because sometimes I don't like that look when it's too curly. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I do it, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling it today. I just want a loose sort of curl. I actually really like doing my makeup, but I do not like doing my hair. My hair is so thick, so to do it is just, it's a bit of a hassle. I really wish I had better lighting in my bathroom because it's just so bright. But it's a bit annoying because there's a light above my mirror and a light up there, but they're both connected to the same switch, which I find a bit silly. I feel like if I just had the one above my mirror, the lighting would be so much better, but beggars can't be choosers. Right, this is going to take me forever, so I'll be back when my hair is curled. Okay, I'm back and the hair is curled. It would drop like a little bit, but that's fine by me. Right, let's get my makeup out. So I don't normally prime my face. I just put toner and moisturizer on before I do my makeup. And I got this in my advent calendar. I don't know, it's the Dewy Skin Vitamin C Glass Glow Primer. Quite a good primer when I've used it. It's quite thick, but it is quite good. Yeah, so I'm just going to put a bit more moisturiser on my face. I like using these hair clips to get my hair out of my face when I do my makeup. I can't really remember where I've got them from. Honestly, I think I got them from Amazon, but I know that they have them. And I would assume that's where I got them, but I literally got them like years ago, so I don't know. I'm gonna put some lip balm on my lips while I do my makeup. I just use, this isn't the only lip balm I use, but I use the Laneige sleeping mask. But it's really good for, it just stays on my lips and doesn't go anywhere for a while. But it's honestly just so hydrating. Right, so I will explain what makeup I use and also I'll talk about some things about myself. I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige, but I think this is actually a tiny bit too dark for me. It will be really good in the summer, or even it will be a bit too pale in the summer, but I am just extremely pale at the moment, so you're gonna have to excuse my shades and foundation might be completely different, but I just blend until it's literally all blended in. And I'm a beauty blender girly when it comes to my makeup. I really want to be one of those girls who uses a foundation brush, but every time I use a brush it becomes streaky, and I know I'm doing it wrong, but I just find a beauty blender is just so much easier for me. I find it a bit quicker as well, I'm not gonna lie. My name is obviously Amy. I'm English. I lived in the UK until I was 9 years old. I have two older sisters who I literally love so much. They definitely are my best friends, and I know that they'll be there for me no matter what, and they're so supportive in everything, and honestly, I just find them hilarious. Like, they are both really funny. Our age gap is, Chloe is turning 27 and Jessie is turning 25 in a few days. And I am 22, I'll be 23 this year in June. I'm gonna go in with foundation. I just use the Say foundation. It's the glowy skin one, but all of the products I believe are acne safe, which means there's no pore clogging ingredients in them. That's kind of why I use the products I use. I just find that they don't break me out as much as other ones do. I just put 3 things. Again, bear with, I know it's really dark for me, but I'm just gonna blend. So yeah, I was born in the UK, in England, and I actually moved when I was 9 years old. Me and my family moved to China. Everybody finds it that really random. It is a bit random, but that was for my dad's job. He works in the hotel industry, and yeah, I found that really fun, moving abroad and experiencing different cultures, really. Like, obviously China is so different to the UK, and I didn't really know any better. I was literally 9 years old. I don't know, it didn't really have an effect on me because I didn't know any better, you know? Plus, I feel like children that young are so like adaptable to change, so yeah, I don't know. I think it was one of my my best experiences. I made loads of friends. I only lived there for a year, but it was one of the best times ever. It's weird. I don't remember so much because I was young, but now that I'm getting older, I feel like my memory is coming back a bit more and I'm remembering more of it, which is nice. But then after a year of us living there, we had to go back to the UK. We had to move because of my dad's job. And actually, it was during the summer, so we moved. We moved back to the UK for a couple of months, and then we went to Malta, where I would say I basically grew up in Malta because at that point I was 10 years old. So I feel like that's where most of my, like, obviously my teenage years and my pubescent years, I guess, were. So I kind of see Malta as my, one of my main homes, I think. And yeah, I lived in Malta basically all my life until I was 18 and went to uni, where I went to, hold on, let me get my map. Until I was 18 and I went to uni. For my brows, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I actually have only used it like twice though. We'll see. I think it's just a brown shade. Could have got a bit darker actually. What was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, I loved my time in Malta. I feel like it's my home. I lived there for 11 years, so yeah, that was fun. It was kind of a culture shock, but Malta also, their like second language is English, so it wasn't so much of a shock for me. Sorry, I'm doing loads of things at once. I'm going to be using the Too Faced setting powder. I have to say, it's not my favourite setting powder, but it's never ending. So I'm obviously not going to waste it. But yeah, I just put this under my eyes and my T-zone area. And I just pat it in like there and then. I don't let it bake or anything. Maybe I should do that, but I don't. I met my boyfriend Liam there, and I've known him for 11 years, but me and him have been dating for like 6.5 years at the moment, which is kind of crazy to think about how long we've been together for. I have to say that people can be a bit hard sometimes. I feel like it's a bit of a cliquey place, honestly, and there's a big like party kind of culture and I'm not like super party. I'm a introvert, to say the least, but it's still really fun when you want to be. Like, obviously sometimes I really do like to go out with my friends and everything, but yeah, I wouldn't change living there for a while, because my friends, honestly, they will literally be by my side no matter what, and I don't know, they're literally my friends for life now. I wouldn't have it either way, and sometimes it is quite hard living so far away. But yeah, anyway, then after Malta, I obviously went to uni in the UK just because I wanted to go back to the UK to experience it a bit more, because obviously I was so young, and I do think they have a slightly better educational system, and I wanted to have that like uni experience, even though when I went to uni I realised I was such an introvert, but whatever. I just used the Got2b brow gel, by the way. I graduated last July and I got a first class honours in marketing management, which is, I don't know if it's the same everybody else, but it's like the highest that you can get, which I actually can't believe I pulled that out of the bag, but we did it. And then in October last year, Liam and I moved to Boston. Does anybody else spend like ages on their brows? Because it really annoys me. They're actually not how I want them to be, but I've literally spent ages on them. I can't be arsed anymore. Oh yeah, then Liam and I moved to Boston in October, and we decided to move here because Liam lived in the US for 2 years now. Because of his job, he owns his own company, and we obviously wanted to move in together because it's been a while. We've been together for 6 years, and I think we were kind of ready for that next step, at least I was. I always curl my lashes before I put mascara on because my lashes literally just go down. They never go up or anything like that. The hardest thing I've ever had to go through, nearly 5 years ago now, which is just crazy, I can't even. I started uni, and 2 weeks after I started uni, my mum passed away from colon cancer, and really close. It was really hard, obviously, because I've just started uni, and my mum was sick for quite a few years, but honestly you wouldn't even know she was sick. Like, she was a saint. She didn't want cancer to define who she was, and she honestly, some people didn't even know because she was just an amazing woman. I have struggled for, I'm literally crying, luckily I didn't put on my mascara. I have struggled for quite a few years with grief. It's the weirdest thing somebody could go through, and I don't think people really understand it, obviously if they've not gone through it themselves. But yeah, it's one of the hardest things to go through, because my mum was she was my everything really, and to no longer have her in my life, I felt lost for quite a few years, and like not to have her guidance or anything. It's like the one person who can get you through grief, or is the person who's no longer there. Yeah, it's really hard. Actually, let me do my eyeshadow before. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I literally just use browns, so I'm just going to use like the lightest shade of brown. But yeah, I would say that's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. I literally don't wish it upon my worst enemy. Life is cruel, and I think that everyone needs to be more appreciative of who's in your life. And if you have both of your parents, I know not everybody's close to their parents, but if you are, honestly tell them that you love them every day and hug them every chance that you can get, because life is too short not to, and they'll just be gone before you know it. So if your mum or your dad is near you, go tell them that you love them and give them a hug, because I would literally do anything I could to hug my mum and tell her that I love her. So just do it. But yeah, so that's obviously one of the hardest things I've had to ever go through in my life. And then obviously like 6 months later, COVID happened. So my uni experience was a little bit cut short, to say the least, but so was everybody else's. But it wasn't so bad, to be honest. I quite liked being with my family, because I think, because obviously it was only 6 months in to my mum's passing that it happened, so it was really nice for all of my family like to be together, like my dad and my sisters. So that was nice, and I was closer to my boyfriend again. It says, do you have or want any pets? So our family, we have a dog called Lola. She is 12 now. She's getting a bit old, which is so sad to think. Although she does not act like she's 12, she acts like a puppy. It's literally like every time we go on a walk, there'll be like another dog owner, and they'll go like, oh, how old is she? And we're like, oh, she's 12. And they're like, what? We thought she was literally like 6 months old. She's so fast and so energetic. So yeah, she's a mixed breed. She was actually a rescue dog. I think we rescued her when she was like 3 months old. We're not really sure how old she was. In the vet couldn't really guess, but couldn't know, but they just guessed like around 3 months. But she definitely has Labrador in her. We think that she has Hunter or like Whippet in her, because she's so fast. Maybe even a bit of Boxer. But she is so cute. I can't wait to see her soon, because I'm literally going to see her in a few weeks, which will be nice. I'm going to put this, like a darker colour, under my lower lash line. And I also have a cat, well, it's like my family's pets, my family cat, called Hendrix. He's the same age as Lola. He's a black cat. He is the funniest. I don't know if I'm being biased, because he's obviously my cat, but he is one of the funniest cats I've ever met. Liam loves him. Liam finds him hilarious. He just like, he keeps to himself, but he'll come out and he'll be like really wanting cuddles or something like that. Like he's just so cute. And him and my dog actually surprisingly get along quite well. Obviously every now and then my dog would like charge at Hendrix, but I feel like that's just gonna happen. It's probably the inevitable, honestly. Honestly, one thing about living abroad is being away from your pets. It's so sad. And I feel so guilty, because they're obviously getting older, so me not being there with them, you know, I just wanted to spend more time with them. But it's okay, they're fine. They're with the rest of my family, so it's fine. Liam and I would love to have a cat, but I feel like it's not fair to the cat, because we do travel quite a lot, and obviously we go home all the time, which is Malta and the UK, so it can get a bit complicated with who's gonna look after the cat and all that. So, but I would love a cat, maybe in a year's time or something like that. Right now it doesn't really work out, but I would love to have a cat. We were thinking about getting a fish not too long ago, but I don't think that's happening. My lashes are really weird. I've lost like 2 in the most annoying... They're my real lashes, by the way, but a few have fallen out, I think was when I curl them. I'm just so aggressive. Yeah, now it looks a bit weird when I wear mascara on this eye, but it doesn't look so bad. For mascara, I just use the Say mascara. I really like it. It's not the best mascara I've used. I thought it was, but then it got really clumpy quite easily. But I've actually just recently learned how to put mascara on properly. You're meant to start obviously with the tip and then like work your way down. And ever since I knew that, my lashes look a lot longer with my mascara on. I also you can probably kind of see my acne under my makeup, but for the last, I would say 3 years now, it's been a long time, I have struggled with acne. It's not bad now. It was a few years ago, and that was a really hard experience. I really feel sorry for people that have to go through having acne, because it is the most like belittling experience ever. Your self-confidence is at an all-time low and nothing helps. Like, I used to put makeup on, it didn't help because obviously you can just see it through the makeup, and it just used to make me feel like shit and make me not want to go out. Now it's a bit better. It is actually just scarring now. I don't have any active spots. I think I had one on my forehead the other day, but it's just scars now, which is really good, but I'm just working on how to heal the scars properly. So yeah, you can kind of still see them after makeup, but at least they're not like bumpy and to the surface, so I can sort of cover it up now, which is great. I was on antibiotics for them for around 6 months. I did not like it at all. I don't like taking a lot of medication, and obviously antibiotics are so strong on your stomach, so I didn't really like that, and it didn't really help, honestly. I know you have to take it for like a long time. I literally just realised that angle is so disgusting. Yeah, then I stopped taking them, which was probably not the best because I think it got worse afterwards. But then I did my acne journey where I was literally healing it myself. Obviously, I spoke to my dermatologist, and I actually changed dermatologist because I had a guy first who gave me the antibiotics, and he was just, Liam had him, and I think he's good with boys. But I realised when I saw the second dermatologist that my first one, he didn't even ask me how I take off my makeup or stuff like that. So obviously then I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I changed to a woman. And obviously she told me what products to use, and I think they have helped my skin dramatically. Yeah, obviously what she's told me to use on my skin has helped a lot, but I also think most of it was what I was eating, and I have kind of changed my diet. I've just made sure not to be eating so many processed foods, and yeah, more plant-based foods really, and it has really helped. I drink a lot of herbal teas, which I also think helps, and I make my own like turmeric and ginger shots every week because turmeric's a really good anti-inflammatory. I'm gonna put a bit more concealer on. Yeah, I've literally healed it myself, really, I would say. It's still not perfect, my skin, but it is so much better than it was, so I am really grateful for that. I do think it was hormonal, I'm not gonna lie, but I do think obviously the foods really helped my hormones, and I think as well stuff like waking up and not going on my phone, I think really like balances my hormones. For bronzer or contour, I'm going to be using the Milk Matte bronzer stick. I actually just got this a week ago, and I only used it once, and I don't even think I didn't use it properly because I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup, so I'm happy to be using it again. Just going to put it on my forehead and on my nose. Sorry, you can't really see. And my cheekbones. And on my jaw. I'm just going to blend that in as well. I actually don't know if I should be using a brush, but I'm just going to lightly dab it on. I'm not going to like drag it. But yeah, my acne's still a journey. It's so much better than it was, so I'm grateful for that. To my knowledge, this is also acne safe. I believe I did see it on. If you want to check where if your products are acne safe, literally just type in pore clogger checker and it will hopefully come up. And then you can just put the name of your products and it will literally say if it's not or not. And for blush, this is one of my favourite blushes. It's the Say blush. This is in the shade Poppy. It is on their peachier side, but when you blend it in, like, it honestly, it looks great. I just put one big fat dot, or maybe two. And then I'm just gonna go in with a cream cheek brush. I actually normally use my hands, but I have kind of converted to using a brush lately. I love a blush look. I literally can't do my makeup without blush anymore. I feel like it just adds so much to my makeup. They look so different. I always then just go with the excess, like on my nose a bit and then my forehead. I don't think I'm actually the best at doing makeup. I really used to be when I was younger, but I literally haven't changed. As soon as I learned how to do makeup, I didn't learn about anything new or try to learn anything else, but that's okay. I'm also just going to briefly go in with a bit more bronzer, so I'm going to be using the Hoola bronzer. This isn't actually acne safe, so just beware of that, but it is one of the best bronzers that is, and I don't want to waste it, so I'm obviously going to use it, but I do be careful with how much I use. I don't know if anybody's the same, but I always use two blushes as well, and this is a tester, but I got it in my advent calendar, and it's obviously from NARS and it's the shade Orgasm. But yeah, I just go over a little bit with this because it's a little bit shimmery, so that's nice. Then for highlighter, I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I love this stuff. I actually don't know if this is acne safe. That is one product I haven't checked actually, which I should. But yeah, I just put some, like here, I do like a sort of like a triangle. That was way too much. And then I put some on my nose. And then I just use my finger to blend this bit out. I hope you've got to know me a little bit more. I didn't know what to really say, but if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm actually 5'2", I'm a very small person. I think people generally get confused if I'm a child or not. I always have to wash my hands when I do my makeup because I just get makeup everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna comb my eyebrows again, and then I'll move on to lip. This is my natural hair colour. I've never dyed it permanently. It goes a lot lighter in summer. I used to be bright blonde when I was little. I'm just going to be using the Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury on my lips. Well, I'm going to line my lips. But yeah, I've never dyed my hair, but it does go so much blonder in summer. I used to be so blonde when I was little, and obviously as I've gotten older it's just got darker and darker. But I think it has to do with I'm not living in Malta anymore, so obviously I'm not in the sun 24/7. So yeah, it's gone a bit darker, but it's not bad. It's quite nice. I do like that it gets lighter as the seasons change. Yeah, it's just nice to be a little bit brighter in summer and then a little darker in winter. I don't really overline my lips. I just put liner on them just to make them a bit more something. I don't really know what to do with my lips today. I normally pair it with the Dior, but I always forget that I have this. It's just the Pillow Talk gloss, I guess. And I think I'll wear that. I also need to buy a setting spray. I don't know why, but I haven't bought it in years. Right, I'm going to take off my clips, give my hair a bit of a zhuzh. Nice, it's not too bad, it's still a bit poofy. I'm going to change my earrings. I believe these earrings they're just Pandora, but they work like a charm, so why not? I also can't wait to get my nails done. I'm going to get my nails done in a few days. And I haven't had my nails done in like 3 months. That's a lie, like 2 months. But yeah, I'm excited. For my perfume, I love to wear the Prada. Oh my god, I actually don't know the scent. I don't know, but this one. It's so nice. I don't use it every day because I really like it. I think it's very elegant. And every time I wear it, I get compliments on it, so that's a plus. This is my look. It's just a very simple makeup look, but for dinner night, yeah, I think it's a good in-between for going out for dinner, but also like wearing makeup, but not going super glamorous. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope that you have got to know me a little bit more than you have in my previous videos. But thank you so much for watching. It means a lot. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye. Mama, safe to take a step out. Yes, I'm in now. Cut your